What's the most beautiful church you've ever been in? How did it make you feel? I began speaking and writing when I was 19. At the time, I was in business school, and since then, I've been blessed to travel in more than 50 countries. Few things inspire me more than traveling. There's something about experiencing different people and different places and different cultures that opens up our hearts and our minds. I grew up Catholic, and my experience of the Catholic Church was mostly limited to our parish in suburban Sydney, St. Martha's. But through travel, I began to see how vast and impressive the Catholic Church is in so many ways. One thing that becomes abundantly clear when you start traveling is that the world is full of beautiful Catholic churches. Have you ever wondered why we build such beautiful churches? I can tell you this, it's not about the art and the architecture. It's because we believe that Jesus is truly present in the Eucharist. Stand in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, or the Sistine Chapel, Notre Dame or Sacré-Cœur in Paris, Las Lajas Sanctuary in Colombia, St. Mary's Cathedral in Sydney, Duomo Cathedral in Milan, St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York, the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception in Washington, D.C., or any of thousands of incredible Catholic churches around the world, and you're going to feel a sense of awe and a sense of the sacred. What do these beautiful churches really say to us? They say to us that there's something greater here than art or architecture, something more than history, and not just something, but someone. And that someone is Jesus Christ, truly present in the Eucharist, present in all of these churches, and present in the tabernacle in your local church. That's why I love stopping by church for a few quiet minutes. There's just something about stopping into a quiet, empty church and just sitting there with God. We all have questions that need to be answered, and we all need advice from time to time. But when we need advice, we tend to ask people who know just about nothing, what they think we should do, instead of going to the guy who's got all the answers to all the questions. You see, all the answers are in the tabernacle. Jesus has all the answers, and he's patiently waiting there for us in the tabernacle, day and night, to share those answers with us. So next time you're grappling with a decision, stop by a church. Sit there with God and ask Jesus for his advice. Receiving Jesus in the Eucharist is the ultimate spiritual experience. But there's also something wonderful about just sitting in his presence and talking to him. In the Gospels, we read time and time again about Jesus leaving the disciples and the crowds and going to a place set apart. In the first chapter of Mark's Gospel, we read, "In the morning, while it was still very dark, he got up and he went out to a deserted place, and there he prayed." If Jesus needed this time in silence and solitude, how much more do you think we need it? You see, the world's a busy, noisy place, and all of that tends to distract us from what matters most. From time to time, we need to step into the classroom of silence to get reconnected with ourselves and reconnected with our God. You see, it's getting harder and harder to find a quiet place in the world. But one of the great gifts of the Catholic Church, one of the gifts the Catholic Church gives everyone, is these places set apart to spend some time in quiet reflection. Churches, chapels, retreat centers, monasteries. Over the centuries, the Catholic Church has established places in almost every community on earth for us to be still, to be quiet, reflect on what's happening within us, reflect on what's happening around us, to work out who we are and what we're here for and what matters most and what matters least. Once again, I want to encourage you to establish the habit of daily prayer in your life. This is a foundational habit that will serve you well for the rest of your life. The sooner you start taking your spiritual life seriously, the happier you'll be. Get close to God and stay close to God.